Hey YouTube, this is Papermoney54. I'm just going to be doing another video for you guys today. First, before I do that, I want to give a shout out to my good friend Glenn, also known as CoinsRS1000. He's a coin roll hunter. He has a Facebook page, Glenn Coin, where it's part of my group. Actually, I do have a group on Facebook. So if you want to join that, message me and I'll talk to you. The name of my group is Octavio's Coin and Currency Collection. Octavio's not my actual name, it's just a nickname that was given to me by a couple of friends of mine from school, and then I just decided, hey, I like this name, so I just made the group under that name. But anyway, yeah, Glenn, he's a really good guy. He does a lot of coin, roll hunting, coin trades, so, giving him a shout out, because I think he's going to give me another shout out, and he's a really good guy, and he has a bunch of views, bunch of subscribers, but, yeah, I don't know, I just decided to give him a shout out, because I don't know, it feels like every time I make a video, I don't get a lot of views, so I'm giving him a shout out. So give me a shout out because he has a lot of views, so a lot of people will see it. I'm hoping a lot of people come watch my videos. So anyway, down to the topic of today. A lot of people buy or mostly all silver eagles and silver bars and what have you, but in an economic currency collapse, silver will become the new world currency, right? And if you're going into a store and only getting like 5 or 6 things, you're gonna be in and out of the store a lot faster. You purchase it with, say, junk silver, rather than giving them like a silver eagle. If you're only buying like $10 worth of stuff, if you give them like Franklin half, or 3 or 4 silver dimes, and then some fiat and change, whatever's left over in fiat change. You'll be in and out of the store a lot quicker. And B, if you're buying $5 or $10 worth of stuff and give them a silver eagle, you're gonna get like 20 or so dollars and worthless fiat money back, and it's gonna go worthless pretty quick. The only thing you'll be left to do with that thing will be wipe your ass with it. And it doesn't matter if you have, even foreign silver, because guess what? It still has silver in it. It doesn't matter if you have, foreign silver. Those 2 coins right there, 90%, that one is 50%, or if you have, these 40% Ike dollars, or this 90% silver, or even these wartime nickels right here. Still money. Better than the fiat stuff. Another thing I like to talk about is just what types of silver to have. I think you should have 50% of your silver in junk silver. It doesn't matter if it's foreign or US or Canadian, it doesn't really matter, because guess what, it's still silver. And I think it'll become recognizable because people, there'll still be like the internet, and people will still look up like silver content, how much percentage of silver's in the coin, blah blah blah, or there'll be some big book that comes out and people will start buying that book, store owners and what have you, and they'll have the book, they'll flip to the pages that are France, and they'll find this coin here, oh, this is 90% silver and has 0.8681 troy ounces of silver, okay, And I also believe that silver eagles become more recognizable with time, and as also will be silver rounds, because people realize, hey, this is not silver, this is not silver, and this is worth $32, and this must be worth $32, I think silver's more at $34 right now, but that was last night when I checked, so it could have gone down, could have gone up, but Yeah, that's the thing. So for the most part, if you're gonna buy 1 ounce rounds, bars, buy Silver Eagles. I know they're more expensive, but you should buy some, but you should also buy some silver rounds, but don't go all out on silver rounds because these become more these can be recognizable first before these guys, and so will 5 ounce bars and 10 ounce bars. But honestly, don't buy anything above a 5 or 10 ounce bar. That's just my opinion, because I mean, if you're gonna be buying like a small handgun or a shotgun, defend yourself, because you have to go out there there's gonna be people like riding in the streets, and you gotta have some to defend yourself. I don't think any gun dealer will want fiat money. I don't think anybody would really, because it would be so worthless. But so it's gonna be easier to have couple 10 ounce bars rather than say a few tubes of silver dimes or whatever. So it's just gonna be easier that way. Obviously this will be more recognizable, but through time so will the bars and the rounds and the coins and stuff. So I guess in the end it won't really matter. But anything above 10 ounces, I don't think you'll be buying something that's like that expensive that will need to have like a 25 or a 50 or a 100 ounce bar, really. So that's the other thing. Also, I'm gonna be talking to you about gold. This is my tiny piece of 14 karat gold. I don't know if you can see that. It's not showing up, but it does say 14K. That's not gonna show up, is it? Yeah, the mark on here is really small, but it does say 14 karat, and it says Italy, I think, on there. Yeah, it says Italy. Yeah, it says Italy, 14K, but so that's that. But anyway, to talk about gold and like what types you should have. I don't suggest buying those old, $20 gold piece coins, because I think some of those are illegal to own. So you don't want to have your gold taken away by the U.S. government. So instead, what you should buy is gram bars, and then some 1/20th and 1/10 ounce, maples, or actually for the 1/20th I like maples or pandas or libertads or something, and then for like 1/10 ounce, gold eagles, and then but for the most part say 1/10 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, and 1 ounce. Gold eagles, Cougar hens, Canadian maples, whatever. I wouldn't buy anything over an ounce, because I don't really think we needing to buy anything over that's worth more than $1,700. But I don't know. I just don't see where you would need to, what you would be buying that's be worth like $1,700, unless you're buying like 10 AKs or 3 or 4 AKs. Maybe you find like 10 AKs, yeah, okay. Maybe a nice, flopping like 5 ounce bar of gold would be nice, but I think 5 gold eagles would do the trick much better. Anyways, I was on a Coin Talk actually, and there were some people talking about the economic collapse and how they think that silver won't be money. I'm like, if you read that, just know that they're full of shit, because this is money. This has always been money. This has also been money, and anyone who says otherwise is, well, an inflationist in my eyes. They're paper money inflationists, and they don't believe that this is money, and that this has always been money. This has always been money. It always will be money. And when the whole world goes into an economic collapse, this will be money. And I know that they're talking about the fiscal cliff, but I'm not. I'm not. I am kind of worried about that, but I'm also worried about the other fiscal cliff, the paper money fiscal cliff, where all paper money, the matter of a few days, between a few days and maybe a week and a half, will all go worthless. Starting with the weakest of currencies, working its way all the way up to the British pound, probably one of the strongest valued currencies in the world. It's worth more than the euro, for God's sake. It's worth 1.6 times the value of a dollar. I mean, that the British pound and probably be the last to go. I think the euro is very weak, so it might be, despite it's actually worth about 1.25 times the US dollar, I think it's also very weak, weakened by Greece and all the other countries in Europe. So despite it's actually being 1.25 times the value of the US dollar, I think it'll be one of the first ones to go, along with like other really like hyperinflated currencies such as the Iranian rial, Japanese yen, South Korean won,